Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the 1927 podcast. Tonight I am joined by Mr. Rob Boyle. Good evening, sir. How the devil are we?
Very good, mate. Nice to see you. It's been a while. So
yeah, it's been a while since we've been on together for whatever.
Reunited at last, mate. Recently, it's come in between us years.
You've adopted Reece now, haven't you? So
I know.
I've been looking after Reece now, so blown me out of the water, and you've taken over Reece David Evans. But no, it's always good to catch up, my friend. So obviously we're here tonight to discuss Cardiff City versus Huddersfield today. 3-2. Obviously we'll delve a little bit deeper, but we'd have taken that result today before the game. But when we 100%.
Yeah, 100%. I think obviously we'll get into the performance and things like that, but I think the game had the potential on paper to be somewhat of banana skin. So yeah, I think that it's a professional performance. Obviously, I don't want to dive too much into it straight off the bat, but yeah, it's job done. 3 points in the bag. Here we go.
Yeah, and I think we talked a little bit about it before we went live. You know, some of the football we played today I thought was completely outstanding. You know, the passing, link-up play and stuff. But, you know, again, I suppose it's, you know, what are we, 17, 18 games into the season? You know, there was times today where the passing was poor. But I think given the conditions today, it was really windy in Cardiff. And obviously the rain on and off. Kind of forgive and forget little bits, but the work ethic was there from the first minute to the last minute. And what I liked today was the fact that we come out all guns blazing and we managed to get that early goal. We don't tend to get many of them, mate, do we?
No, 100%, mate. Like quick starts is so important to blow teams away in this league. Because there's no doubt like Cardiff got the ability to go and get our team straight away, which is what they did, and sucker punched them. Well, maybe not sucker punched them, but obviously got a nice early goal. And again, I know we'll cover it, but I just wish when we got teams on the ropes like that we just go for the kill, be ruthless, and kill them off. But again, obviously, we'll go further into that a bit, but. Yeah,
I think we got to give Huddersfield a little bit of credit. They after going a goal down within the first 5 minutes, I think they still looked to try to play football. They didn't kind of park the bus like a lot of teams have done coming to Cardiff City Stadium this season. Where, they got 11 men behind the ball. They still tried to play football and did look dangerous at times.
They got some good footballers there, mate. There's some a couple of players at that club. It was the one who scored. He looked like a hell of a player, to be fair. Was it Constantine? Was that his name?
I don't know, but when they have corners, I close my eyes.
Yeah, I'm sure that's his name. But no, he was good. There was a few decent players there, in fairness. And I have no doubt they'll probably be in and around the playoff push eventually. Because I don't think they're not there at the moment, are they? They're just a bit table, I think.
I think they were 8th or 9th going into today, obviously depending on how the results went. I'm not sure, but I'll have a little look now as we're discussing and waiting for people to join. We are slightly earlier tonight than we are normally because I'm a grabbing bugger and I picked up another overtime shift. So yeah, Huddersfield are currently 8th in the league, but yeah, like you say, it's fairly close. They won't be a million miles away, mate, if they performances like that. And I think.
No, they're one of the better teams I think we've played against this season, footballing wise. Like you said, they don't look, maybe not to sound harsh, but they didn't look like a League One team. Some of the traditional League One teams we've come against where they've been over the top defensive and over the top with old school defending and things like that. This Huddersfield team looked like they wanted to play, get the ball about and have a goal, and so fair play to them. And yeah, I think they're decent.
Yeah. So obviously, when the teams was announced today, any surprises for you? I don't think there was anything there for me, really.
No, I don't think so, mate. I think the team pretty much writes itself at the minute. I think he's convinced with the Willock option on the wing. I'm not 100% convinced personally because we touched upon before went on air. His defensive capabilities, the tracking back, but I think that is probably going to be his 11. And that's not a disrespect to Capaccio. I just think at the moment, and that's the beauty of obviously having a fantastic player like Capaccio as well as MG to rotate in between them. But I think to get through the sticky Christmas period, you need a bit of experience on that pitch just to calm things down, see things through, and get it done. Like I said, I'm not shitting on his chips or anything like that by any means, but it's good to have someone like Perry in there at the moment just to feel relax.
And I thought he played well today as well. He obviously doesn't give you that attacking threat that Capaccio has because he haven't got the pace of Ronan Capaccio, I don't think. But like you said, having that experience in that back line, with obviously Joe Bagan, you say he's a youngster now, but his performance is it's incredible for me. I still think he's an unsung hero. But you look at that back line with Dylan Lawler, Will Fish as well, Bagan, and Perry NG is like the father figure at the back, and he really is. And like you said, the strength and depth we had today coming off the bench. You look at the people who come off the bench, it was incredible. And we're in a good situation at the moment whereby we have got that strength and depth, and I think the manager's changes needed to happen when they did, because I thought that it kind of changed the game then, really, because I don't want to be too negative, but I was kind of glad Willock went off when he did, because Isaac Davis came on and newly Salech then on that wing there.
Yeah, he's class, and he Davis. Even take his goal out of it, like the energy and the desire he brings is just like it's unmatchable. Like I love the guy. I think he's class. Yeah. Considering like the setbacks he's had of injuries and things like that, he looks like he's proper kicked on. And I tell you who as well, Cian Ashford, mate, for me. He's coming along nicely again. He's starting to hit that purple patch of form again after, was it a red card? Was it 6 weeks ago, something like that? And he went through a bit of a dip in form, got taken out of the first team for a few weeks, and fair play to him. Instead of sulking and a bitch fit about it, he's worked hard, knuckled down, and I think he's back to his best again, mate. So credit to him and credit to BBM as well and the coaches to get him back on track again, in fairness.
Yeah, 100% agree with you, but I think his work ethic is second, and then he does work hard to get back if the ball's lost and things. My only criticism, and it's not a massive negative, but the amount of times he cut inside today, I know his left foot is not his strongest, but and screaming at times today, just have a go, shoot. But yeah, I thought he was absolutely outstanding, and full credit to him. Like you said, he's knuckled down, worked hard, and we're seeing the best of Cian Ashford again now, I think, in my opinion.
Do you think, sorry to interrupt you, on the shot side of things, we went through a spell, didn't we, I think, for a large part of the start of the season where we were almost trying to walk it in. Do you think now there's been a bit of, from me personally anyway, it seems like we're almost changing it up slightly and being a bit more aggressive about shooting and crosses and things like that? I mean, obviously you've seen a couple of goals from crosses again today. You had a carbon copy for Salech as well, with a cross. It seems to be a bit more emphasis on the shooting at goal and the crosses and stuff. Still work to be done, I reckon, still, but have you noticed that, or is it just me?
No, I think you hit the nail on the head, but I think obviously the 2 goals Salech scored today were, both headers.
Excuse me.
And, outsiders looking in as fans, we've been screaming, just get that ball in the box. I think Rhys David Evans to say, even putting the ball, if your player's not going to get to it, how many mistakes do you see every weekend by people putting the ball in the box and ricochets, this, that, and the other? So, Yusuf Salech, I thought, was outstanding today. A lot of his work goes unnoticed, I think, on and off the ball, to be honest. But I thought he was outstanding today. He was in the right place at the right time for his 2 goals. Obviously, nice little cushioned header for Isaac Davis's goal as well. So a top performance for him, really. And considering, he started the season like he did and, struggled to score goals, I think it's testament to him and the team. And, when you hear him speak, I think he loves it, his time at Cardiff, and the way he goes around the entire ground after the game, thanking the crowd and things. I genuinely think he loves being there. But I just think it's a credit to him. He's knuckled down and he's worked hard. He's been in and out, maybe perhaps not as much as Robinson has been in and out, but he's got 2 goals today. He's taken him back to top goal scorer in the league. So testament to him, really, and obviously the coaching staff who are working with him. But again, he's 23.
When was the last time we had a top scorer in the league?
Yeah, Perry NG, wasn't
it? Yeah, like in the league table standings. Like, when was the last? I know it's just the first week of December. I know, and things obviously change, but I've never known anything like that. I know it's League One, with all due respect, but it's been a long time since we've had something like that.
I suppose as fans as well, we're in a position that we're not normally in, especially over the last couple of seasons, whereby we're not used to winning as much as we are. That's 4 home games on the bounce now. We've picked up 3 points. Obviously, we've got another lot of home games to come now through December. So we are making CCS a fortress, and teams are not going to look forward to coming to Cardiff. But we just can't afford to take our foot off the gas, really. Every team that comes is, like I said, it's their cup final, really. They're going to get up for it more than probably they would any other game. 100%. And it's just foot flat to the floor, mate, I think.
100%, mate. Just keep the momentum going. Now, in a way, it could be a bit of a blessing that, the December Christmas period is absolutely wild, as everyone knows, like. So it could almost be a bit of a blessing for us if we keep this form running through the busy period. Then Jesus Christ, could be in a fantastic position come the new year.
And that's what we've got to look at now. I think we're 4 points. Let me have another little look. I think there's a gap now between first and third.
Yeah.
Don't quote me on it, but I'm pretty sure
there's 4 points between us and Stevenage at the moment in third. Stevenage do have a game in hand, though. So, which is crucial.
We'll take that off them now Tuesday anyway, so
sure, that's massive.
Be more of a gap. Yeah, we'll come on to that towards perhaps the end. But
yeah.
Before we start talking anymore, I'll dive into the comments and say hello to
100%.
Everybody in the chat. Jonathan Mordecai, good evening, my friend. Scoring all the time. Yeah, as we said, I thought he was outstanding today. I don't know if this is Evan himself. No waffling, Evan. Since they've changed all these names and stuff on YouTube, but it fries my brain a little bit.
Hello,
Paul's in the chat. Good evening, my friend. Hope you're well. How didn't Constantine goal go down as an own goal? Trott was all over that if it didn't deflect the opposite side of the goal off Kellyman. I'm not too worried about their goals. Bugger them. Alan, good evening, my friend. I think Salech will be attractive to a couple of championships clubs. His performance was brilliant. Team looks so confident. Yeah, I agree with that. Paul says, I thought they could score at any point. Huddersfield, some good players they got and played some good stuff. I'm grateful we got the goals when we did. Agreed. Jonathan says, Salech had interest in the summer and it got rejected. No one's leaving in January. Paul says, on another day, the game could have been 5 each, but glad we came through it. It was Fish. Fish was excellent and man of the match. Yeah, I thought he was outstanding today, and we'll talk a little bit about some of the players. Suze is in the chat. Good evening, Suze.
Yes, Suze.
Evening, played well. Better than the 3-2 suggests. Starting to click now. Salech, League One top scorer on 9 now. No one of importance anyway. Yeah, it's definitely Evan. I think a couple of the younger players go on loan, and if anyone comes in for Alnwick or Hovarth, they'll be gone. Yeah, 100%. I don't know how much of the under-21s you watched, or say under-21s. There was a lot of the youngsters involved in that Virtue Cup game in the week against Wimbledon, mate. I think it proved the level or the gap in quality, doesn't it, between playing at under 21s level and playing League One. And I think the gulf was massive on Tuesday, and and we had a few first team players playing, which surprised me a little bit, if I'm honest. But I thought Wimbledon's physicality was just a bit too much for our youngsters, really, Tuesday.
Yeah, that's what I read. I didn't get a chance to watch much of it, mate, because I was pre-recording Tuesday night. But what I did see at the start, yeah, you could see. And this is not a slight on the boys. This goes back to what I was saying at the start about teams like Wimbledon are a typical League One team, and I mean, have the utmost respect. They very old-fashioned and physical, and they're too physical for the young lads, and it's a good learning curve from them, all the same.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Cup run would have been lovely, chance to get to Wembley, etc. Would have been fab. But yeah, fair play to Wimbledon.
When I say the golfing class, I don't suppose I mean like technical ability, because some of the youngsters we got, the ability, all the ability in the world.
They're worlds above some of the Wimbledon players, technical wise.
Yeah, I think what I meant was,
IQ, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I should have worded it better. I suppose, some of them boys, 17, 18, maybe 19. They're still developing. They'll get stronger. You look at Ruben and what he was like when he first came into the side compared to what he's like now, and how much more they are going to develop over the next, X amount of years. So going back to what Paul said about some of those youngsters going out on loan, playing regular men's football week in, week out, will bring their game to a different level. I think we've been quite lucky over the last couple of seasons. The loans we have sent out have been quite successful. You look at Joel Colwell, that story in itself says it all for me, doesn't it?
Yeah, and do you know what? I think the next move loan-wise for these is as big a time as any now that we've had at Cardiff. I think we've been remiss at times where we send players out on loan and maybe we're not that bothered where they go in. Just be honest, some of the players, great, they're going to go and play at X club or whatever. But now, when we are looking at send, if we do look at send out players like Nayakawa, Louis Giles potentially, where else it may be, then I think it has to be a right move. It has to be the right move for them. We can't just send them out to any old club. And it'd be interesting to see if and where they do go, though, mate. Like, would you say League Two, National League might be probably the best bet for them?
I don't know, to be honest. I suppose, you look at young Will Spears, he's been back and forth, Merthyr. Yeah. Is that the standard? I suppose it all depends what player, what position, really. And, it's easy for us to say, he can go to League Two, but we don't know was with it all. But it'll be interesting to see. I do think a couple will probably go out in January, but who knows? I wanted to bring this comment up from Paul. Thought our lineup was a bit of a miss in the midfield area. Turnbull and Willock just not at it enough. I wasn't too disappointed with Turnbull. I think he played really well last game. I think obviously we're missing Ruben and his go forward in that central area. But what was your initial thoughts of Turnbull's performance today?
He's a tricky one. He is a tricky one for me because I don't know how many times we gotta keep saying it, but there is a player there. There's no doubt about it. He has got ability, and I just want a bit more. I think he can give more. He should be giving more. But I don't think he was dreadful by any stretch of imagination. And you're right, mate. The last league game, I thought he'd done much better again. And he does seem to be getting better. And it's like Gray just mentioned there. It's just the ability and the conscious effort of him just to stop, turn, and go sideways. and it's all well and good doing that. I just think it's too much. Like, believe in himself. He's got a shot on him as well, so clearly he's got a range. He's got a range on his passing. He must have. He's got a range for his shooting. But yeah, I just want to see a bit more from me personally.
Yeah, and obviously Will.
I don't know. What do you say about Will?
Vincent, even my friend, great when we made a change second half. Totally changed the game when they were Huddersfield were getting on top. Ashford superb. Yeah, 100% agree. Gaz, good evening, my friend. Evening, guys. Thought Ashford played very well today. Great impact from the wing. Let's hope he can keep the form up. Yeah, and it's going to be massive now. I think Rob said earlier about, we all know what the fixture is like now through December. So it's going to be important that we start games well and we got that strength and depth. It's not bad taking the players we took off second half and replacing them with Alex Robertson, Ronan Capaccio, Joel Colwell. I just, like I said, right at the beginning, I thought Joel Colwell come on, Isaac Davies come on, and just brought a new lease of life. And, have we had that over the last couple of seasons? It doesn't seem like we've had that kind of impact, really.
No. It's mad. Like, when was the last time we had that amount of quality to bring on? And it's class. Yeah, like Robertson again. He's another one, mate. You bang on. Robertson, I thought, done a really good job again as well. I don't know what's going to happen with him though, mate. I'm still unsure whether he's going to hang around or whether he might be one of those that are shipped off in January. But maybe that's a conversation for a different time. But I do like him. I do rate him. But I wouldn't be surprised come January if he goes personally. But
interesting.
What about Kellyman? What do you think of Kellyman today?
I don't know. I think he had that knock early doors, didn't he? I think did he set free to cross the ball for
Bagan?
Yeah, that's right. And I think again there's a player there. Again, he's 19 years old, playing his first season of men's football, and shall we say, having had a couple of bad injuries. But there's a player there. He obviously played up top on Tuesday night against Wimbledon. Thought he was quite ineffective, really, if I'm completely honest. Played a bit deeper today. Like I said, linked up some play really well. But I think once he'd had that bump, I think it was time for him to come off. I think 5 minutes later, then he went down again, didn't he? And he went off in. But there's definitely a player there. I'm not sure if Chelsea are going to call him back in January. I'd be surprised, but I'd be more than happy to keep him until the end of the season, 100%.
100% agree.
This is one I wanted to think. Bagan's crossing has been superb of late. And I think most, not only Bagan, but like set piece-wise corners, how many times over the last couple of years have we come on and said, we can't even get the ball over past the first man, this, that, and the other. But it's definitely gone up a scale or two, hasn't it?
Oh, mate. It's interesting. I read a comment from John a bit further down saying about Willock being our best crosser. I disagree there, John, mate. Joel Bagan by far, for me. He, like the quality of his balls, and Willock can cross, by the way, but Joel Bagan, he's something special, mate. And he's just so solid defensively as well. He's just such an all-round good quality player, and it makes you wonder why he's not going to call it from Ireland, in fairness. But yeah, he's class, mate, isn't he?
Picked up a yellow card today, though. He's one away.
Yeah, he's out the next game now, isn't he? Isn't he out for Tuesday's game?
No, he's on 4 yellow cards now, so he's 1 yellow card away from the ban. So he'll probably have that on the 20th now against. Can't remember who we got on the 20th, and he'll be banned for Boxing Day if he plays the cards right.
Got to get the timing right, haven't you?
Yeah. Oh, there's always a method behind the madness, isn't it? Or madness, whatever it is. I'm saying is. Jonathan is Salech's biggest supporter. If anybody's in the WhatsApp chat who's tuning in tonight, will know.
I thought it was Robinson. It was his biggest fan, wasn't
it? 17 games from 17 games Salech, 9 goals, well on course for a 20-plus season.
Yeah,
fingers crossed, buddy. That's the plan. Sue's mentions about the only negative, Bacon Jello takes him to 4. Have to tread carefully now until reset has been irreplaceable. Can't afford to lose him. I don't understand how all our works. When does it get? When's the change and this, that, and the other? I didn't know
that was a thing, to be honest with you, mate. I just thought
it'd carry on going. Like if we've got 5 banned.
Yeah, I thought it was like 5 banned for 1 game, then 10 you get banned for 2 games. Then that's the rule.
And it's a tricky one as a manager. I don't think you can say to Joel Bagan, right, Joel, you're playing Tuesday night, you're on 4 yellow cards, take a bit off it. Do you think that's something that would be said? I don't think it would be, to be honest.
Not for Tuesday. Not for, I think, for the magnitude of what Tuesday is. I think he's got to play the same way on Tuesday. He can't. All right, maybe be somewhat more careful, otherwise with anything stupid, but it's easier said than done when you're in the heat of the moment, etc. But I think Tuesday he has to go full throttle as always, because that's going to be one of the biggest ones so far, I think.
Jonathan says December is usually the month we crumble. Usually, John, usually is, but we're not this year.
Ho friggin' ho.
Salech, in my opinion, will get close to 20 goals this season if he continues the form he's in, mate. 100%. Can't see why not, Gav, and agree. Going back to another comment. Graham says, like to see the crowd more noisy to lift the players, not players lift the crowd. Got to get the crowd there, but lots of empty seats again today. I think the weather probably put a lot of people off. But yeah, it was. I'm not sure what the official attendance was. I don't know if anybody can let us know. But yeah, looking at, I sat in the family stand. I took Matilda as well today.
Oh, so she was,
yeah, she enjoyed it. She was stood on the seats as well. So took my 2 youngest to the game today. So
she's gonna get a bug now as well. Then
season ticket for her next year as well. But I want to move to the Canton next year. So. I don't know, might be a bit too young for her for that. Ian says, if we beat Stevenage, I'm optimistic we can stay top for the rest of the season. However, it'll be a difficult game. Yeah, I think they're going to be a bit more direct than perhaps what Huddersfield were today. It'll be a physical game, I think, especially away on a cold Tuesday night in Stevenage. But, hey, we are where we are for a reason. We've got a lot of youngsters in the side. And they're doing the job for us. I think, don't know if you've listened to Perry NG's interview after the game. But yeah, I think, he's got full confidence in that back line and hey, we're flying. Sue says home form, 5 league wins on the trot, keep it going. I think I said 4 earlier, so I might be wrong. Inked Vendetta. I'll take a draw away to Stevenage right now. A win would be unreal.
Yeah, I think so. I think going there and get the draw. I think got to go there and try to aim for a win. I think that's what they will do. I think
it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because, like I said, if we all got offered the draw before we went there, it's kind of like. But if we turn up and play football. We're a match. Well, we are where we are for a reason, like I said. So I don't know. I gamble. I think, and just go for the 3. Arthur, our Leeds United supporter. Thanks for tuning in, my friend.
How are you, buddy?
Rob's second team and my second team really are Liverpool. So great result for Leeds. Will Liverpool 2-0 up or?
Yeah, 2-0 up, 2-2. 3-2, 3-0. Class.
So,
unbelievable.
Yes. Obviously, it's a little bit off subject, but obviously we need to acknowledge Arthur in the chat. So much appreciated. Thanks for tuning in, mate. Going back to Liverpool quickly before we move on to the other comments. Think he's going to be in a job for much longer, but could Jurgen Klopp be coming back?
I wouldn't be surprised, mate. like it's it seems to be in a spot above us, we say at the moment there. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do a bit of a reset at some point, but still way off at the moment.
Jonathan says Giles versus Wimbledon makes me believe TJ Parfitt is actually further ahead of him in development, to be honest.
Interesting. That's an interesting point.
Arthur Busby, Chelsea, Liverpool. Got to be happy with that, mate. I mean, was it 3-1 they beat Chelsea, and then obviously a 3-3 draw with Liverpool? Condolences to Charlton and the supporters' family who passed away today. Yeah, you never like to see anything like that happen in football. The game got abandoned, and I'm not sure what minute it was and what the score was. But again, it puts life into perspective when they've had to cancel a football game because somebody's passed away in the crowd. So, yeah, full respect and thoughts go out to everybody involved with Charlton and the supporters' families. Yeah, you hear something like that, but it's horrific, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. It brings a shiver down your spines. To be fair, and I was reading up on a bit of it earlier on, and he was quite well known to the fans and things like that. Every club has got a fan like that or two, and it'd be a big miss for him. In fairness, just seen JT's comment. So thoughts with them all, because it's crap.
Going back, Suze's comment there, the under-21s yesterday, 7-2 win, Parrott 2, 12-2 PS, a goal for Apter and Barton off the bench. We know there's talent there, but lots of comments, guys. We are working down through them. Bear with us. Graham says Turner Turnbull around, so he passes forward. This was the comment I think you mentioned about Willock being the best crosser of the ball, but very inconsistent performances. He has good games and bad games and still plays like a youngster with inconsistency, even though he's more experienced. I think we've seen a better side of him this season. I don't know whether that's because obviously we've dropped down the division or whether, I think he has upped his game. Let's give the man a bit of credit.
100%.
But again, I think it's difficult when he's had injuries as well, and the way BBM does like to chop and change the sides. Having that consistent run in a team has got to play a massive part in it.
Yeah, absolutely, mate. I think this is probably the biggest run of games he's had since he was a mainstay first team player for QPR in his prime, going back a good 4 or 5 years ago since that was the case, I think. So, I'd never want to discredit players and things like that because they're doing something I could never in a million years think of being able to do. And he has, and I think John's at the nail on the head perfectly with it. He almost does play like an inexperienced player at times, where he just blows so hot and cold, and it's just you just want him to have more belief in himself, and like we said, a bit more effort as well. The track.
I think going forward, I'm fairly happy with his performances going forward. I'm screaming at him today to not give up. But like when we lose the ball, Ashford busts a gut. And when you see Willock, it just looks as if he's meandering back type of thing. That's a big word for you, meandering. You'll have to have a look in the thesaurus for that one. But
I'll put on co-pilot now and translate it for myself.
Paul says, are we missing Ruben?
He's obviously going to be a miss, isn't he? But
the magnet, 100% he's going to be a miss. But it gives others opportunity within the squad to have game time and stuff. And I think, of course, we're going to miss a player of Ruben's ability, but it's given options to other people as well. So I'd much prefer to have him in and around the squad. Don't get me wrong, but at the moment we're managing, and it's going to be a long time we're going to have to manage because I think he's out until February, March time. So football, but Gav says he thought Di Turnbull played very well, very quick and sharp for the 65 minutes he played today. Yeah, I thought he put in a solid performance, mate, to be fair. Salech also cleared the ball off our line. He did, mate. Max, you guys going to Stevenage? No, I'll hold my hands up and say that I haven't been to an away game yet this season due to my boy now playing football on a Saturday. Bit of a nightmare, really, but yeah. But no, not on a Tuesday night in December, mate. No. I know. And for this big shout out to anybody who does go away in December, because with Christmas and things, and December's always an expensive month. So any fans that do follow, not just December, all throughout the year, it's not a cheap day out. Yeah. So respect every single person who does travel away.
100%.
Yeah, respect to you. The assist total from our right back Skapaki, our left back Bagan, is by far the best in the league. Jonathan says,
like Brian, Roberto Carlos, and Cafu
there. Stevenage have the best defence in the league. We need to go full throttle and try to open them up, creating a gap with a win. And I think on that comment, I think we've said previously, and it's been discussed on other podcasts, the amount of opportunities we give other teams. And I think that's the way BBM wants to play. We make a mistake and you're giving it the opposition opportunities to that, and that's I think Huddersfield had 13 attempts on goal today. I think their expected XG was higher than what ours was. Not that I know too much about what all that stands for and stuff, but the way we do try to play the game, it is going to give other teams opportunities, mate, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. 100% spot on, mate. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of big love this whole XG malarkey and stuff, but yeah, absolutely agree.
Suze has come back. She's done her homework. After 19 games, the yellow card ban goes up to 10. There you go. Something new we both learned tonight.
Every day is school day.
Players who receive 5 yellow cards in the side's first 19 games serve a 1-match ban. The threshold then rises to 10 yellows over the first 32 games.
Paul's just put Suze's response in the co-pilot and asked him to talk it up for him, basically.
Oh, this is a nice message for you, Rob. Oh, Mr. Rhys David Evans. I've just popped on quickly to say, enjoy Lapland, Roberto.
Oh, appreciate that, man.
Bless him. Ian says, what do we do well in our attacking football? Stevenage do defensively, so it could go either way. However, I'm more optimistic than I was a couple of weeks ago. It's got 0-0 written all over it,
hasn't it? Yeah,
100%. Mark Cox, good evening, my friend. Evening, lads. Big win today. Big shout out to my lad Ben. Done 12-hour night shift. Went to the game and going back to work tonight. True blue.
Well done, mate. Class.
Well done, buddy. Sarah Davis, thank you for posting this one. The attendance today was just over 16,000. So other than the Virtue Cup games and the League Cup games, I believe that's our lowest attendance of the season. I don't think Huddersfield brought too many, if I'm completely honest with you. But again, a hell of a trek. So any of those that travel down today for the 12:30 kickoff as well, total respect to the Huddersfield fans. But that's disappointing for me, mate, to be fair. 16,000 just over. But again, you got to look at where we are at the time of year and things. It's an expensive day out, but isn't it?
It is, mate. It does take its toll, like on the wallet, as it were. And the fact that there are so many games coming thick and fast through December, not everybody can afford to go to all of them. Okay, even if you've got a season ticket, it's just because you got a ticket doesn't mean the day's free. Like, there's so much more that goes with it. You're not going to go to the ground and go to the game and not spend a penny. You're going to buy something, and it all adds up as well, don't it? So, but yeah, I that's why I put it down to make the early kick-off, and the time of the year. So yeah,
and the weather was torrential at times today. So, Jonathan says, "What kind of reception does Russell Slade love child Alex Ravel get when we play Steve?" I'm sure he did. question, but
yeah.
Yeah, so 19 games. Yeah, we've covered that one. Ian Douglas says, has anyone seen the league table? We've got plus 14 goal difference and second highest is plus 8.
Jesus.
Yeah. Gavin said the crowd was 16. Thank you. Rob listened to my advice to stay out of the park tonight.
Is the background there was.
A point doesn't benefit Stevenage, but it would suit us. Like to think we will have too much quality for them, though. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see him. I think BBM said in his press conference after the game, there's a few bumps and bruises, so it'll be interesting to see, who's come through today's game for another short turnaround for Tuesday. I suppose any slight little niggle now they're going to look at and probably manage, due to the fact that we've got to play a ridiculous amount of games in such a short period. Stevenage have only scored 19 goals all season. That number has shocked me. Nice one, Gav. They'll probably score 4 on Tuesday now, and it's all your fault.
Is it a case of the 1-0 to the Stevenage then? Is it instead of the old 1-0 to the Arsenal business?
Yeah. Well, you heard it here first. If they beat us 1-0, Gavin, not good, but. Cardiff, top of the league, highest scoring team, highest scoring individual player. Capaccio, second highest assists, one behind the leader, and second lowest conceded goals.
God,
Seals have done their homework tonight.
He's on fire. The comment section's petrified.
We have 6 goals in the 2 league games without Ruben. We can't be missing him as much as we thought we would. Lee Griffiths, good evening, buddy. Great win. Need to start killing games off, though. Yeah, Rob alluded to that earlier. Once we go 1-0 up within the first 5 minutes, we've got to put them to the sword, so to speak. I'm not reading that one up, Greg. The word enough's put me off. Somehow Huddersfield had less shots on target, less big chances, but higher XG. I think I need how XG works explained to me. I think Simon probably might be able to do a video on that.
No, Simon loves all that stuff.
Huddersfield brought 1,000, I think. Somebody's seen. It didn't look 1,000, if I'm completely honest, but who knows? Paul says, cheers for the show, Matt and Rob. Been a while since we had you both on, same time, same place on the same show. Wait for the comeback of RDE. We might not even have him back, Paul, to be honest.
I could do 2 shows a week, mate. We'll do R&R together. We'll do this one as well. No problem.
Lee Griffith says, it's half price next week. If there's not 25,000 there, then there's something wrong. Club can't do any more. Plenty going to Chelsea, though. Yeah, I think Chelsea's... When I looked Thursday or Friday, there was something like 60 tickets left. So that'll be a full house for the 16th of December. Did you know it was 50% off next week, bud?
Yeah.
That's a running joke in the WhatsApp group, that is. A lot of people were saying Salech wasn't performing well enough. He does a lot more than score, and he has the goals to put that to bed now. Yeah, I think we touched upon that earlier regarding Salech and the work he does kind of off the ball and stuff. So, yeah. Keep it up, Salech. Well on course for 20 plus. 100% agree. Right, I'm going to play a short video, guys. We will be back then for another 5 or 10 minutes. So if there's anything else you want us to discuss, chuck it in the comments and we'll catch up with it in a second. But a short little video from the boss man, and we'll be back.
This episode of Cardiff City World is brought to you by Coral, the proud sponsor of the TalkSport Fan Network, here for all kinds of fans. For the armchair experts, whether you're constantly negative, overly positive, or maybe even the instant over-the-top reaction social media guy or girl, for the football fashionistas still clinging to the legendary terrace fashion of yesteryear, or the best retro gear from Michael Thorne, the nostalgia merchants dreaming of the old lady Ninian Park, or still celebrating Campbell's goal in the Millennium Stadium. Whatever kind of fan you are, with Coral's free-to-play reward shaker with a guaranteed daily reward or offer throughout the season, simply shake your phone to win. Over 18s only. Maximum 1 reward or offer per player per day. 8 a.m. till 8 p.m. Reward restrictions and requirements and other T's and C's apply. For more information on safer gambling, visit gambleaware.org.
How lovely.
Always nice to see Simon's face, isn't it? Honest. Right, let's have a little look where we left off. Lee says Huddersfield tickets were a tenner, which is supposed to be reciprocated. Yeah. So, yeah, it'd be interesting.
Yeah, there's an agreement.
I think it's the same next week with Doncaster, and I think they've done
the
same for Doncaster.
Nice for clubs to be doing that.
For Chelsea, we will be without Roland Kapacchio, Kellyman, so I can see Bagan getting a yellow and adding to the list.
That's just ruined my Christmas, thanks.
Jonathan says, yeah, there was an agreement of £10 a ticket for away fans each way with Huddersfield, which is something that surprised me. They didn't sell the away end out, not a nice travel that early, but cheap ticket. Yeah, I think saving a fiver or something on a ticket, or 5 or 10 quid on a ticket is not, on the grand scheme of things, it's not going to make a massive difference when you've got to travel the amount of time they have, I suppose, but still a decent thing to do, I suppose.
I like the clubs doing narrow range. I think it's nice. It's nice they support each other and supporting the way fans who are doing the miles and stuff like that. So I hope more teams get involved in this initiative, in fairness.
Yeah, 100%, Bert, 100%. But I think you're only allowed to do it a certain amount of times a season, anyway.
Really?
Yeah, there's only a certain amount of times a season you're allowed to do it. So.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm right with this shit, I tell
you. Obviously, a big day for Ryan Wintle today, captain. Impressed with Wintle's performance today?
Yeah, I've been impressed with him for the last couple of weeks now, mate. He's stepped up massively. I think he's one of the main ones for me who has stepped up since Ruben's dropped out injured. He's taken on that leadership role, and he's just so physical in midfield. I got a hell of a lot of time for him, mate. I got to be honest. He's been, I've been a big fan of his. So, like, even more so, I always rated him to a certain extent, but even more so now, he's just showing that he is a bloody good player for me personally.
Yeah. Cardiff City fan, good evening, buddy. Hello, lads. Buzzing with the performance, top of the league and 3 points again. Hope you enjoyed it. We did, mate. I put in the WhatsApp group for the members on the way back, saying I'm glad it was an early kickoff because we was walking back to the car. Like, what time was it? 2:45. It was bloody freezing. But happy days.
Rumour has it Adam's still in the Crampton.
What's that? Yeah.
It's a rumour has it Adam's still in the Crampton drinking
probably still, a point on Tuesday will be a good result. Keep us on the 2-point average. Lee, if we offered you a point now, would you take it or would you gamble? Same for everybody. Or would you gamble for the 3 on Tuesday? Be interested to see what people's thoughts are. What would you do, Rob? Would you take the point or would you gamble for 3? Have Jim Bowen come on in and be like, this is why you could have won?
I think I'd gamble. I think start the way we did against Huddersfield today, but then, for the love of God, keep going and just keep going. Like, clearly, just I can't remember who put it up. Might have been Lee himself who put it up about Stevenage's goals. They're not prolific goal scorers, so they ain't going to score many goals. Touch wood. They don't concede many either. But if we get our first goal, keep going. Like, just don't sit back and just cut your throats. Metaphorically speaking, of course.
JT says Huddersfield away will be postponed. It's during the March international break.
Of course it is. When Wales get the qualify to the World Cup.
JT says Wintle being back in the 6 helped a lot, as he was never an 8 or a 10, where Bullet put him to try to get him in the same side as CO.
Good point, mate.
Sue says, when are you putting the predictions table up? I think Reese put a comment in the WhatsApp group not so long back, Susan. I think I was way in front, and I'm pretty sure he was second. So yeah, not blowing my own trumpet, but I am also. But we'll see if we can get some kind of graphic or something shared in the WhatsApp group. On that note, if anybody does want to become a member of Cardiff City World, you can do it 2 ways. You can scan the QR code just above Rob's head there in the corner, or you can join via Cardiff City World on YouTube. Any support you're able to provide, is really appreciated. It's less than a cup of coffee a month. There's various memberships that you can have, but honestly, anything is fantastic. But yeah, happy days. So that covers that one from Sue's. JT says Huddersfield on a Tuesday night sounds grim, even if it's a £10 a ticket. Yeah, I agree. But it'll be hardcore. There'll be hardcore fans who will be busting forever. In fairness,
Huddersfield in general on night sounds grim. Never mind the football. Joking.
Lee Griffith says he'd take 0-0 right now. Oh, come on, Lee. Go for it. Graham says all out 3. This will come back and bite us on the backside. Gamble for 3 points. We need to try to open a gap. Yeah, I agree with that.
People keep saying, hang on, 2 seconds. People are telling me it's the opposite side. For me, I can't show you. It's that side.
What's that? Yeah. The QR code?
The QR code, yeah.
Yeah, it's the other side.
Yeah, on my screen, it's that side, not that side.
Yeah.
But go on, carry on doing your thing. Sorry. Didn't interrupt you.
That's all right. I'm just going to look back at the table now. Stevenage. Lee says Stevenage have only conceded 11 goals.
Jesus.
And they've scored 19, conceded 11. So,
1-0 to the Stevenage job, they aren't they?
No.
Yeah. 11 again. 9-2.
Can't take a draw Saturday. If we win this one and the home one at the end of the month, we'd be clear along as we get results. I think you meant can't take a draw on Tuesday. And obviously then we got Doncaster at home. See Billy Sharp score for Doncaster in the week.
No.
Have a look. Worldy.
Billy Sharp?
led. Yeah.
He's still going. Oh.
Yeah. Have a little look at that.
When
we get a chance. I can't remember.
We'll have a look. Of course we'll have a look.
He's, EFL legend, isn't he? Really?
Oh, he is.
Richard said, why should we fear them? Go for it. Yes. Everybody's saying wrong corner. Martin Ryan's in the chat. Good evening, Billy.
Yes, Martin, mate.
Susie's going for a 2-way win. Lee says, no need to gamble on anything. With a 2-point average, you'll soon pull away. Yeah, I don't think BBM will go there and play for a draw, will he? He's going to go there at full tilt. Anybody who thinks we are not missing Ruben is clueless. I think we said earlier, mate, that obviously you're going to miss him in and around the squad, but it's given others opportunities. And at the moment, those people coming in are stepping up to the plate. So we're not missing him to a certain extent because we're winning games. But obviously, you are going to miss somebody of his ability in the squad, 100%. Jonathan says, with a defensive record that good, they've got to do a hammering.
Yeah.
Our attack and break them down. We know that. We've seen it. And sorry, my mistake. I meant Tuesday. Don't apologise, buddy. Nothing to apologise.
Never apologise.
Stevenage are very physical. We need to move the ball and be direct. Isaac must start. Yeah, it's a good shout. Good shout. I thought he was outstanding, like we said already, and we what he brings. It'll be interesting to see.
I do wonder, Angel, how much impact. I know we're kicking on a bit time wise. I do wonder how much impact. What the the thought process was with starting, for example, with a Turnbull, for argument's sake, today, and with a quick turnaround on Tuesday. Could that be a case of, right, them two in, them two out on Tuesday, maybe? I don't know. Could be the case.
It could very well be, mate. I wouldn't be surprised, and I wouldn't be disappointed if Robertson and Joe Caldwell started Tuesday instead of. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it could be. I don't know.
I kind of like.
I guess at the moment.
I kind of like the reasoning with them being on the bench. Just how much of an I see Robertson and Joel Caldwell coming off the bench would have more of an impact than Di Turnbull coming off the bench, if that makes sense.
100% agree. The energy in it, the energy vibes. But then if it's a different type of game, if Cardiff, for example, Cardiff are controlling the game 2-0 or whatever, and you do want to see the game out, then could be the possibility for, like, it might suit someone like Turnbull to come on and slow the pace down. Then, but obviously, we don't know until the game's played. So,
no, that's it. Tanner must be close now. I'm sorry for apologising. I like that. Martin says Tanner is closer than we think. Yeah, he's been back training. Will he be risked before Christmas? I'd be surprised, but you never know. I suppose it's one of them ones that, is he going to risk him? He's going to obviously need match fitness. Is he going to play with the 21s? It'll be interesting to see. Never apologise. You're married, ain't you? Bagan man of the match for me. He was excellent, although Fish, Winter and Salech were great too. Yeah, so yeah, obviously the standout one is going to be Salech for his 2 goals and obviously his assist for Isaac Davis. But if I was to give it to anybody else, I would have given it to Fish. I totally agree. I thought Bagan was outstanding as well. But for me, I think Fish, so solid at the back. I think Dylan Lawler, there was a couple of moments today whereby missed passes or misplaced passes and probably weren't in the right position at the right time. Don't think it was his strongest game. I'm not saying he was shocking by any things of the imagination because he's incredible. But I think Fish was top draw today for me. Martin says Wintle was immense today. After they equalised, he set the tempo, took the game to them.
Great. Absolutely agree.
Jonathan says, not sure we rushed Tanner back, could risk another injury, plus when he got rushed back under Reza, a lot of fans complained how bad of a condition he was in. I think BBM brings him in gradually. Yeah, spot on, but Sue says he's had a few weeks on grass. He has to be, do they give him under 21s run up first? Yeah, I think that'll be a no-brainer for me.
Yeah, I guess 60 minutes for the 21s or something. Just build them up.
Stevenage have only let more than 1 goal in on 2 occasions this season. They play 5 at the back and seem to know how to defend a goal. I think we got to stop worrying about other teams, guys, and just concentrate on what we can do. I get it. Tanner's desperate to face Chelsea, but it might be too soon. I think it'd be ridiculous, in my opinion. For Tanner to be back for Chelsea just over a week away with playing no minutes at all. But stranger things have happened, I suppose. Cardiff City fan says, in reply to Martin, for me, Isaac is probably our best winger, but he tends to be better off the bench and Willock seems to be better starting. I think that goes back to what we said there about how much of an impact they can be coming off.
I think the comment is spot on.
Maybe 10 minutes off the bench for Tanner. I'd be shocked, I would be shocked for him to not have any minutes of football and come straight off the bench to play 10 minutes, which I just don't think is going to happen.
No, there's no need to rush it. There's no need to rush it.
Isaac is direct. He was desperate to score today. He proved his point. I can't see Kellyman starting 3 games in a week. He went off injured today, Gav, didn't he? So I'd be very surprised if he's involved at all on Tuesday, if I'm completely honest with you.
He can't play against Chelsea, can he? So
no. Cardiff City fan says, agree, Ryan, and I would start him, just seemed to be better off the bench. How often have we put 3 past the team now? been a couple of times this season, hasn't it? But my memory's not the greatest. But there we go. My name is not Ryan, it's my surname. All right, Matt, calm down, Matt. Chelsea's current form hardly on fire. Could we be facing them at the right time? When we faced Leeds, they were top of the Premiership, so cup games mean bugger all, but today form goes out the window. It's going to be difficult. We all know that. We're not expected to get anything after that game.
They're going to put nowhere near a first-team side, though, mate. But Jesus Christ, there's still going to be a wealth of talent from back to front there. So, but hey, you've done it before. Do it again.
No, Gavin Callan is doing Reese's job now, Mr. Researcher. 8 games this season, we have scored 3 goals or more in a game. Right, guys, we've gone over the hour. Much appreciated for everybody tuning in and getting involved. Much appreciated as always. Rob, thanks for jumping in, buddy, and covering Mr. Rhys David Evans. Much appreciated. It's flown by that hour, I've made, in fairness.
Yeah, I've enjoyed it, mate. It's been good. That's my last one now for, probably till next weekend now. So
happy days. Have a nice time away with your family. Before you go, what's your prediction for Tuesday, my friend?
2-0 Cardiff.
2-0 Cardiff. I'm going to go for a scruffy 1-0 Cardiff. For those of you watching, after we've pressed the end stream now when we finished, if you can, go back onto YouTube and put your score predictions in for Cardiff and the Stevenage game on Tuesday night. That would be great. There's a couple of people asking us to stay on for another hour, Rob, but unfortunately, guys, I've got to go to work. So, don't get that very often, but asking us to stay on is normally probably people saying, hurry up and get off our screens.
Yeah. Do you know why it's different though tonight? Because I'm on you, that's why. I appreciate that. That's kind, really good.
I'll pull that back up. You can screenshot that now, Rob, if you want, and you can put it in the group for Rhys.
I will. 2 seconds. I will actually do that now. Give me 2 seconds. You finish talking a minute. Do your thing.
Yeah. I was just going to keep scrolling through the chat. Martin says, why would Chelsea stop? I think I should say stop us. Why would Chelsea stop us playing Kellyman? Makes no sense. I suppose they don't want him scoring 2 goals against them, but I don't know what's been agreed. I don't think has it been publicised that he is definitely not available?
No, I've not heard nothing personally, mate. So I don't know, to be honest with you, but that's just a general rule of thumb, is that
you don't play against your parent club if you're on loan.
No, but I don't know.
We'll wait and see. But I'm looking forward to that one. But so you've gone 2-0. I'm going for 1-0. And everybody else in the chat then is going to put their comments in after the video's finished. So without further ado, Mr. Boyle, thank you very much, sir. Much appreciated. Like I said, have a great time away with the family, and I'll catch up with you soon. Take care. Thanks all.
This channel is powered by an incredible membership community on Cardiff City World and patreon.com/AcePodcastNation. Becoming a member unlocks exclusive rewards from early access to live event tickets, bonus content, and even the occasional inside transfer scoop when we get it. But more importantly, it allows us to bring you top quality Cardiff City content 7 days a week. Across those 7 days, we're talking match previews, exclusive interviews, instant match reactions, the breakdown podcast, tactical deep dives, the spotlight series, Bluebirds Rewind, Academy Focus, and just so much more. Led by myself, backed by an army of passionate Cardiff City fans, this is content created by fans for fans. Balanced, professional, and 100% all about the club we all love. If you enjoy what we do, then join the community today and support what we are doing as we help to keep Cardiff City World flying high.